credit to Notre Dame, having a plan for getting a win today. But speaking of ourselves, we did not play good enough to win with things we did. You don't deserve to win when you play that way. There's some things we did today that things we did and some things we didn't do, and I'll save a lot of judgment until we have a chance to go back and have a chance to watch the film tonight and really make sure that we're correct on everything and what we saw. But we missed 2 field goals in the game, critical times right before half. Getting the ball second half, coming out and have a chance to get a swing there in the middle 8 of the game. And then not only is it points and when you get down to the red area, but it's also momentum. And then I thought in the first half, we missed a lot of tackles in the first half. Didn't come up and make the plays we needed to. Too many extra yards out there, way too many extra yards, and then they would have challenged. And I thought the second half they did a little better job of that. But obviously not good enough to come out with a win. So credit to those guys, but we got a lot of work we have to do. We have to get to work on this and be critical of it. The special teams is something that is for 3 weeks now we've not been up to expectations or played the way that I think we should play. Know that we should play. It's every game it is in the game of football. It's a line of scrimmage game, and whether you're going to throw the ball 60 times and run it 10, right? When you run it 10 times or run it 60, it doesn't matter. You got to be able to establish line of scrimmage and be able to be positive and have positive plays. Otherwise, it puts a lot of pressure on the throwing game and the timing of the throwing game. And we weren't able to do that today. So again, credit to Notre Dame, but we got work to do. There's a lot of season left. We got to get these things corrected, and we got to be able to move forward. And I say that very specifically, not move on, because move on means you don't worry about it, you forget about it. All right, that's not the case. All right, we've got to move forward. All right, we've got to be able to work forward. So with that, we'll open any questions.
Chad?
Did you sense like maybe a lack of focus today, or from your team, drop passes and penalties?
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about the game. I thought we had a very focused week of practice. I thought we were very focused for the game, leading up into the game. I thought the guys had been detailed during the week. Execution had been good during the week. Then we get out in the arena and get in the arena, the lights come on, and we're not able to execute. So, and when you play a good football team, you've got to be able to execute and make plays.
Kelly?
What was your evaluation of Zach's performance and first start in 2 years and against a very tough defense in Notre Dame?
Yeah, they're good defense. Thought he was gutsy. The kid's tough. He's nails. He's tough as nails. Went in there and gave everything he had. And we got to step up around him and be able to compliment him and help him.
Kyle, for also maybe getting suited up today, what'd you make of the replacements who came in, played for him in this one, and then is there any update on his status for moving forward?
Yeah, we won't have any updates on anybody. I didn't talk to the trainers yet, really from today, with any of those guys. The guys that played, Tajay and EJ played today in his place. We'll look at the tape and see. And see really how those guys did and what they need to improve on, what they need to get better at. But stepping in, I don't think that it was too big for them. They both played football. They both played a lot of snaps. EJ's been hurt early on, so getting him back in there. But last week, I think it was last week, it was the first game back. We'll evaluate it and see where they're at. But I thought the D-line played hard. I thought they affected the game in some ways. There was too many missed tackles at the second and third level.
Your snapper is normally pretty reliable on, field goals. Do you think maybe he was rushing today, or what did you see from those 2 high snaps?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the same thing you saw. Again, we missed 2 field goals, and that goes with everybody and everything. I'm not gonna say anything about one individual player, until we can see it and see why it was and what happened. But then today we missed 2 field goals that were critical times.
Coach, you talk about from a defense perspective, missing tackles. Was it like toward the end of the second half? Was it exhaustion? Was it just fundamentals? What was it on that the second, third level?
Yeah, well, really, I mean, the big ones were in the first half. That was one where they extended a lot of drives, a lot of hidden yardage that was very. I mean, you're talking, you have a chance to get a guy down for 2 or 3, a 2 or 3 yard gain. They ended up getting 9, 12, 14 yards. That's where a lot of the yardage came from, and it was really in the first half. I thought they came down and started supporting harder and faster in the second half. But once you reach your keys and see what it is, you got to be able to transition it. I told them at halftime, I said, we were tentative, like very tentative, and like come up and wait and see what they were going to do. We got to go take our shots. All right, we got to be aggressive enough and trust the other 10 guys that are coming behind you to help you.
Coach, what can you say about the team's rushing attack today?
It wasn't there. So it's like I said, we weren't able to establish line of scrimmage and get positive plays. Right? To be efficient. The bare minimum of efficiency on first down is 4 yards. Second down's half the distance, and third down's to be able to get the first. And I don't know if we accomplished that more than a handful of times.
Coach, Warren Burrow intercepted pass from Ray Leonard, so the team's gone takeaway in each of the past 3 games. What do you think has led to this increase after a slow start in takeaways?
Yeah, I mean, it was good to see him get a pick. That was a good momentum changer early in the football game. But obviously we weren't able to capitalize on it. So, consistently capitalize on it, I'm saying. And, you get those big, that's why you want to get takeaways. You want to be able to, change momentum swings, and not even just for that next drive. It was really the momentum swings you want to be able to change for the whole game. And, put a little bit of fear in your opponent of throwing those balls. So, we got to continue to improve in that area.
Time for a couple more. We'll come back up here.
Did you get an explanation from the refs on the 2 hits on Shanahan? Those were both kind of momentum killers. One of them, he got pulled to the ground by a guy falling down, and then the other one would have been, even if it was just a roughing, would have resulted in a first down because I think you were in 4th and short. Did they say anything to you? Because it seemed like by the letter of the law, they were both roughing.
Yeah, we speak after every one of those situations. We communicate with each other, but I'm never going to say anything about officiating. After a football game.
Chad, if you could wrap us up, we'll get players.
Do you have any expectation on Haynes King if he'll be able to play next week? Is this a multiple?
I don't. I mean, it's you can look at me crazy. I'm going to say day to day, but that's kind of what it is. I mean, I don't know. Don't know where he's at. As far as it's not a season-ending thing. I can tell you that it's not a season-ending injury. It's going to depend a lot upon just how quickly he can rehab and become ready to roll.
Okay. Thank you, Coach.
That's it. All right, thanks. Go Jackets.